Hi everybody, welcome to another video on the channel. In today's row, I'm going to do another workout. The one I put out yesterday was kind of a medium intensity workout, 6 by 5 minutes. If you haven't seen that video, please check it out. But today we're going to do a steady state workout, kind of around about 70 to 75% of max heart rate. So just definitely in that 4 out of 10 type zone. And we're going to do 5 8-minute pieces with 90 seconds rest in between. I'm going to do a quick pick drill to warm up, and then we're going to get into it. We don't need a ton of warm up here on this one, I don't think, because this one we're just going to kind of work into it. So it's going to be sort of 40 minutes of steady state, kind of broken up into 8-minute bits. 90 seconds to just grab some water, stretch it out a little bit, then we're right back into it. So we're not hauling a lot of watts today, so this is going to be more of a technical workout. I might throw some drills in here just to help the time go by a little bit and try to keep the heart rate in the right zone. So if you're ready, we're going to start with a pick drill for just 2 or 3 minutes here. I've got my app in the, there it is, in the top left hand corner here. This is the Coach Bergamoth app. This is the app that I've been developing along with my clients. So it does a bunch of different things, but most importantly kind of helps us keep track of things and auto programs the monitor and uploads everything to my server when everything is done with the workout. So just you trying it a little bit in this video. So we're going to start with the pick drills. We're going to start at the release position here, sitting up around about the 11 o'clock position. No weight, not too far back, weight balanced over the seat. And then we're going to talk a little bit about sort of swinging forward and getting the weight out onto the feet here as we swing over. So we'll go arms only. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Arms only. And I'm just concentrating on picking that front end up. You can see my force curve there, looking for a nice pickup here on the front end. Just really important to be accurate on that front end. And now I'm going to go arms and body, just doing about 30 seconds of each. Arms and body in 2, in 1, and swinging over. You can relax the knees a little bit. And I'm transferring my weight this way as I'm swinging over, really getting the shoulders out in front of the hips, a nice flow into that front end. Just again, still making sure I'm sharp, even on the pick drill, just working the accuracy on that pick drill. And we'll go half slide in 2. That's 1, 2 on this one, and swing. There we go. Again, that force application is smoothing out, just making sure that my flow is nice and fluid here, not worried about any one particular point in the stroke, just making sure it all kind of clicks together here. Here we go. I'm going to hit 215 and go full slide on this one. Full slide, time, relax. Here we go. Pushing about 150 watts. Again, not focusing on any one part, just letting everything flow together. I'm probably going to hold about this pace for the rowing today. Here we go. Probably gonna go to 4 minutes. Gonna put in a pause drill. I'm gonna pause at the release, and then I'm gonna pause at the body over, and then I'm gonna go. So pausing at the release, swinging over, it's called rock and row, and off we go. Pause at the release, swing over, and off we go. One more, and swing, and row. Okay, back into it. Little drill there. And, all right, way enough. That's 4 minutes, okay? So it's just a quick little picture to get into things. So now what I'm gonna do is, if you want to stop the video and program your PM5 monitor, whatever it is you're using, we're going to do 5 8-minute pieces with 90 seconds rest. So a minute and a half of rest in between those things. And I'm gonna go ahead and program that in. So I'm gonna hit my training plan button over here, and there it is. I've already pre-programmed it with the intervals. So, you know, we can see kind of how that is set up here, top right, and there's our intervals. So 8 minutes of time, 1 minute and 30 rest. Noting here that I'm going to try to keep my heart rate between a 121 and a 135, although I was having some trouble connecting my heart rate monitor this morning or this afternoon. So I'm going to see if I can do that right now, see if I can get it to show up. If not, if I can't get my heart rate showing, I'm going to be about 4 out of 10 on this, right? That's the intensity that we want to go for, about 4 out of 10. We're not trying to, you know, be the hero here. We're just trying to click over. So for me, I'm going to be looking about 120, 125 beats per minute. That's in my sort of 70% zone. And that's going to be just about the right pace here. Okay. So this heart rate monitor is not behaving, which is okay. We'll just go with it. So I'm going to hit the start training button here, and then I'm going to press the ID number of the PM5, and then it's going to go into this loading procedure where it's going to load the intervals 8 minutes with 1 minute and 30 rest, and then I'll be ready to go. There we go. It's already done. All right, so here we go. We're going to go first of the 8-minute pieces. I'm going to try and keep the rate around about 20, 22. See how we go with that, nice and long. So here we go. And I'm just going to start at the release real carefully. Here we go. So 8 minutes, around about 4 out of 10 on effort, nice and long, 20 to 22 on the rate, and we're just kind of, we'll see what the split is. We're not driven by split, we're driven by heart rate. Okay, so about 70% of max is what you're looking for, whatever that is for you. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and row. Here we go. We'll just see I'm at 18 right now. You can see my split, my watts in the top right. Just getting into the flow of things. Making sure I'm letting my arms extend and my shoulders come forward. Just trying to squeeze the power in, right? At the front end. Nice and patient on that pickup. We don't have to do everything in the first inch of that stroke. Yeah, we want to get connected, but my force curve is still picking up pretty well. But I'm being patient on that pickup. I'm still being sharp, but it's more of a light patience. And then a good scent, right? We're at 212 on the split. My heart rate is 107. I'm just letting it glide, right? Relaxing forward. Thanks for joining us on the video. So again, I'm not looking to go much harder than 4 out of 10. So I should be able to talk this whole video. My drag factor's at 122. $150 feels about right. I'm hitting peak around about 48% of the way through the stroke. Bouncing around a little bit, but trying to peak in that 40 to 50 range. So that's that number in the bottom right. It's telling me where that, how much of the stroke is complete by the time I hit peak force. It's very hard to keep it exact. There's going to be some noise in your rowing. That's it. Just take it down a little bit. I'm around about a 17. You want to steady state well. You don't want to just kind of flop around and be soft here. So if you're finding it hard to keep the rate down, then just take more time. Give it a little bit more glide. No need to rush to it. Again, a lot of people do this wrong. The mistake that people make is they go too hard on their steady state, right? All of a sudden their steady state becomes low grade anaerobic threshold or medium intensity. And what I'm doing, my heart rate, trying to get a sense of my heart rate, 114 right now. So I might not get there on this first piece, but rest assured I'm getting some work done here. 2 minutes. Good. You know, and if you feel like your heart rate is getting too high, another tactic is to put a drill into it, right? So it could be body over pauses, right? Where you pause here, give it a couple of seconds, and now row. Pause here, 1, 2, and row. Right, body over pause. I love this drill. One of my faves. What this drill invites you to do is get the weight out over here, set the length. So what you're noticing there is my drive length is 1.39, right? This is where you set the length, here. Not by reaching for more at the catch. 1.33 meters, right? So if I do that, I'll come off the drill now. There, see? The drive length drops back into 1.24, which is about right. But that illustrates it very well that you get the length here. Stretch. Hold your knees a little bit. Don't hold your knees. When I say hold your knees firmly down, okay, that's 8 minutes. Good, so what I'm saying here, I'll grab some water, is when I say hold the knees, I want you to come over and stretch over. You don't have to like lock your legs out here to hold the knees, but just hold them a little bit longer and come over into this position. You can feel some weight transfer into the feet, and that's your center of gravity going in the right place. Now you've done that, you have all this control against the foot stretcher. If you don't set the body, then now it becomes a lot harder to do anything against that foot stretcher. But if you come out from the release over into this rocked over position, hinging at the hip here, I'm not trying to get it by bending over with my back, I'm trying to hinge at the hip. Now I've got some balance, my weight's good. Now all I gotta do is roll up and handle foot stretcher, right? Connect the handle with the foot stretcher through your body, your one whole connected system. So that's the body over drill. I might do a little bit more of that on this next 8 minutes. But the steady state shouldn't just be like 40-minute steady state. This should be 40 minutes of steady state and technical application and thinking and metacognitive work, thinking about self-awareness. What's my body doing? Where's my weight going? How's my connection? All right, here we go. And that's a minute and a half. So here we go. Off we go. So what I'm saying here is metacognitively engage with your rowing, mind and heart. It's not just mindless mile. So I'm stretching here, right? I'm just holding the knees. Hold the knees. Don't clamp them down. Just hold them a little bit longer. Maybe half a second longer as you stretch over. Get the weight into the feet. See, my drive length is 1.27. Good. So at 6 minutes, I'm going to go back to that drill again. Relax your shoulders. Very easy to carry tension in your shoulders. That's it. Quick yet patient pick up and hold the knees. Yeah. Good. Control, right? Heart rate 118. All right, here we go. Rock and roll again. In 2. In 1, and we're gonna pause twice. And pause. Sitting up, check. Swing, check. Shoulders in front of hips, and row. There you go. See, my stride length went to 1.36 because I basically set the radius of the compass. So now I can draw a bigger circle, metaphorically speaking. Stretch. Right? And this is okay. Do some drills, right? Coaches, coach your athletes on the steady state. Don't just send them off for an hour. That's good time to develop good technical habits. Swing. We'll go to 330 here. Swing. Good. Relax. We don't want to be in pain in the hamstrings, but we want to feel a nice bit of activation here, right? Also, a little bit of activation here, right? Get the lat ready so we can, oops, got the drill there. Forgive me. Okay, let's drop the drill out, but let's integrate the drill. Yeah. Got a few more centimeters on my drive length because I'm taking the time to set the body. Flow. How does it all fit together? Halfway. Breathe, float. Float forwards, control, and then catch, send. One cut all the way through, rather than legs back arms. One cut. One cut. You don't want a two-part drive. Organically feel how the power comes on. Float. A good recovery is a good catch. Again, 4 out of 10 here. Present heart rate, 121, good. So I'm about in my 70% zone. And if I sit here for the rest of the 40 minutes, I'm still getting good work done. Like the goal, the steady state makes you bulletproof, right? The goal is to become better at low intensities, at clearing lactate, then do all of your training at threshold. It's like building your house on the rock rather than building your house on sand. Good. Send. Swing here. Relax. Control forward. Good. Last minute here on this second one. Here we go. Yeah. 4 out of 10. 211. Split. Around about 150. It's about where I have 1.7 millimoles of lactate per liter of blood in my system based on my lactate testing. And that's where I want to sit. Yeah. Okay, and that's time. Okay, good. That's 16 minutes done, right? You shouldn't feel wiped out at this point. In fact, you shouldn't feel wiped out by the end of this if you're doing this right? If you turn this into intensity, then you're doing something different, right? So, I'm gonna grab some water. Help you grab some water, stretch it out a little bit. Walk around, get off the machine if you need to. I'm gonna stay on the machine because I would get out of the shot. And, you know, I don't like to do a ton of editing here. So, you know, maybe that puts me in a bad place on a YouTube channel, but, you know, I'm all about saving time, getting you the content you need to help you go faster. So, excuse the lack of production on these videos. On the next one, I'm gonna throw in a catch drill, right? I'm gonna row the first half of the leg drive, okay? I'm gonna row that, and you're gonna see what happens with the force curve when I go back to the normal rowing, right? We're gonna discuss that, and you know, hopefully I can demonstrate it. But we'll go off for a couple of minutes, then we'll hit the drills for minute 2 through 4, and then kind of go from there. Here we go on this one, straight into it. Accelerate with the machine, not trying to force it. Solid acceleration, but feel. Push, right? Pushing the machine away. Yeah, 19. I may just go ahead and set that to be stroke rate. Press it, and let's keep going. Okay, didn't switch. We'll get it on the next one. There you go. So at 6 minutes here, or 2 minutes gone, I'm gonna do a little catch drill. All right, about 20 seconds. I'm gonna do 5 front half, and then I'm gonna take a full length stroke. So you'll see what I'm doing. Here we go. All right, here we go. So, just rowing. Try to get to 90 degrees here. Picking it up. That's 4, 5, now full throw. Here we go. It's 1, 2, 3. You should feel it here, right? Like catching a cannonball there. Right here. That's 4, 5, and then full length stroke. Like, I'm not doing too badly with that transition. The problem with this drill, there's some good things, but the problem with this drill is that it terminates early, right? The rowing stroke finishes at the body. That's where we always want to be working to. So terminating here kind of might get in the way of the whole organic flow, but this is still a good drill. Just know, all right, full, just practicing, just picking that front end up, right? Timing it. 3, 4, sorry if I'm losing count, 5, and full. Right? So we go another 30 seconds, catching. Got to be a little bit smart at the wheel. Feel where the wheel is. So you're connecting with it. That's 4, that's 5. Full length strokes. Last one. 1, 2. Hard to grab that first one. 3, 4, 5, and now full length strokes, right? So what to watch out for there is that once you've done that legs drill, yeah, you see how my force curve, that one, get a little hiccup. I'm actually getting away with it. There's the hiccup, right? Because what you've done, there's the hiccup. But you can see that I've lost a little bit of continuity on that front end. So the fix here is to do this. Go back to where that stroke finishes. There. That's where the stroke finishes. There. That's why I love the pick trail, and then build up from there. Arms and butts. I'm doing the pick trail here. There. I'm accelerating. The whole stroke is one cut to that release. Now I'm going to go half slide. There. Yeah. There. There. See? I got rid of it. Now I'll go full slide. Full slide. So what happens is you get the continuity back. And I've lost, you know, it wasn't too bad, but that's the issue with legs only drills, is we're still working to here. There. So now I've got good suspension. It continues past the 90 degrees here. Heart rate 127, so I'm right there. Even though I was drilling, take it down a bit. Go hit 150. It probably, you know, and I'm actually glad that happened because, you know, I was getting into this acceleration, but I was starting to go too hard for the workout. And now I'm having a little trouble speaking. So I'm backing off, not going soggy on the stroke. Down to 17. Heart rate now 125, so it's coming down, it's about right now. I'm able to talk. And understand that you're still getting faster. Yeah. Like the way I'm picking up the front end and surging through. There we go. And that's the third 8-minute piece done. So I hope that makes sense. I wasn't able to illustrate it as nicely as I could, as well as I wanted, but when you get into terminating here, right, you've got to do this front end connection because it teaches you to pick it up through the foot stretcher. But you've got a moment there where you go back to full length strokes and you got a little hiccup in that force curve because you've artificially introduced a pause where there isn't one really when you're normally rowing. Normally it's through here. Like, and if you want to pause at the release, great. If you don't, I'm not getting into that today. But the secret to rowing good force application is, number one, to be sharp on the front end but patient. It's a paradox, right? You got to figure out how to balance those two things. But then it's, how do I get from here, the beginning of my throw, to the end of my throw, if I'm a javelin thrower, in a way that preserves that continuity of application, okay? So that's why when you do the leg drills, go back to pick drill next and then build up from there. That's my advice, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, here we go. Fourth one, same again. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, good. Nice and smooth. $150 power. I'm at 18 strokes a minute. See if I can get that. Keep rowing, folks. There, I got stroke rate on there now. There we go. So now you can see my stroke rate. Heart rate is 114. Just getting back into it. 4 out of 10 effort. One cut. Catch to release, one cut. How do you slice through that stroke? In one cut, not legs back then arms. Surging. Okay, I don't think I'm doing any more drills. Just gonna put hay in the barn here. Flow, relax. Sting, and then float. Sting, and then float. Mike Spracklin. That was what he used to say. Probably still does. So, my rate is much lower than I said it was going to be. I'm good with that, right? send. Swing, swing, 5 minutes to go. Good. Heart rate is 119. And that's fine. Squeezing, pressing the boat away. Halfway, coming up. Yeah. Now watch the intensity here. 18, 210, drag factor around 122. Float. Hold the knees, swing. Hold the knees, swing. Let your boat run here. Let your wheel float. Rhythm. Just finding that groove. Thanks for joining the workout today. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Like the video when you're done, not right now. Share the video. Please. It means a great deal. Good. Good work done. 150 watts. Heart rate is 128. A little bit high. So what do? Take a little bit more time on the way forward. Less strokes. Still a quality send. Love this workout. 4 out of 10, folks. Heart rate 128. Flow into the catch, flow out of the release. Flow. It's the whole motion, folks. Not just the catch or the finish or the mid-drive. Good. Relax. Yeah, loose, but engaged. Good. Okay. 1 more 8 minutes to go. Congrats, you've done 32 minutes of steady state. Well done. I hope you're gonna stay for the last one. So, news on the blog. Hope you visit the blog and get information from it. Articles. Been writing on it for 8 or 9 years now. It was selected as the #4 rowing blog by FeedSpot. I don't know what that means, but I'll take it. The blog was a function of the fact that I had to retire from full-time coaching a club for various health and family reasons, but I needed a way to stay in contact with the sport. So this YouTube channel grew, the website grew. So if you're on my website, thank you for your support. You're reading. That's awesome. CoachBergenbrook.com, in case you don't know and haven't seen the website. There's a ton of resources there, all for you. Take as much as you want. Leave as much as you want as well. Don't have it all figured out, just having fun with rowing. Okay, here we go. Last one. Here we go. And off we go. Good. Long, right? When you get tired, not that you should be too tired right now, but maintain that length. Yeah. Solid pickup. Keeping working against the footboard all the way through. Finish through the handle. You just want to finish smoothly through the handle or through the feet. Fingers to toes connected. Yeah. Gonna try and keep the watts close to 150. I think the hard thing, it's harder for a fitter person to train correctly than is a person who is unfit. Because if you're unfit, your body shuts down pretty quickly. If you are fit, then steady state sometimes feels like steady state when it's not. Because you're fit, so you clear your system well. The problem with that is that 3 months down the line, when you're exhausted, not just physically but mentally, it's a trap. Fit athletes can sit in that zone for a long period of time, feel like they're steady stating when they're not. So, if you're plateauing, take a good hard look at how you're laying your foundation. Heart rate 122, good, see? And I'm getting stuff done. Good, halfway coming up. 4 minutes to go. Hope you've enjoyed the row. And that's key, right? Sometimes rowing can feel like a bit of a grind, but I hope that you'll break out this video when you're feeling, maybe when you don't want to row, but you know you should. And you can get on the machine and not totally run yourself into the ground and still get a good benefit from the row. That's key. Three minutes. No sprint, no intensity here other than the right intensity to lay a foundation. Good. This feels good. Enjoy your rowing. Still staying long. Two minutes. Steady, control, rhythm. 19 strokes a minute. Long and engage. Long stroke, engage. Relax. Sitting up, good posture. Last minute. Yeah. It's been a good 40 minutes with you. Thank you for joining. "40 seconds. Nothing changes. Heart rate is 129, still between 120 and 130. Finishing my lats to finish the stroke. Yeah, and time. Good. And that training session just got sent to the logbook and my training system. All done and dusted. Can look at it later. Oops, I should probably keep my mic on. So, let the air in. I'm not feeling totally wrecked, right? I probably have more grading to do tonight from my tech students, so I can continue, grade a few more projects. I'm not feeling wiped out. 4 out of 10. I feel excited about getting on the machine again tomorrow and I know that I've done some good for my physiology. In my experience, it takes about 6 to 8 weeks for that kind of training to kick in, really. So if you're not seeing it, I think a lot of people struggle with that letting go. Like, I've got to let go of going hard all the time and adopt a new mindset in their approach. Yes, if you row 6 days a week or whatever, a couple of those days have to be harder days, but make sure they really are hard days. If you're the other 4 of those days, anything like this, I mean, you could build this up to 80 minutes, right? You could do 10 by 8 minutes, right? I like the pauses, the minute and 30 seconds, is it allows your heart rate to come down, allows you to refocus, check on your technique, and all the time you're thinking about how you're rowing, right? It's not just your mind switches off. You know, you're not hyper engaged, but you are just being self-aware of how you're moving and how you're applying force on that machine, how you're swinging forward. So I hope you got something out of the video. Thank you for watching the channel. If I can help serve as your coach in some way, I'm currently accepting clients. Maybe got room for 2 or 3 more as we sort of build into wherever we're building, right? So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe to the channel, share my content, would mean a lot, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.